Ah. Hello. How is everybody? Is everything working? Guess we're gonna find out. Make sure this chat's working. It really sucks when people come and I don't know my chat's not working. If I can interact with it, then it's working. I'm gonna do something totally off Gunpla today. But I like food. So we can do this. We'll get rid of pork. We'll add chicken. Fish. Yeah, fish. There we go. Let's find out what everybody likes to eat. All right. I think things work. Anyway. Almost done with the Dominator. Got the shields going. One of these actually turned on me last night. I haven't figured out where the switches is yet. We're actually adding those today. Get the outer portions of these done, and maybe if there's time, I might actually start taking apart the bear and prepping him for paint. I've kind of been itching to start that. I haven't painted anything in a long time. Other than, you know, samples. Anyhow, hope everybody's doing good today. I actually meant to get on a lot earlier. I had a few things that popped up I had to do. Glad I didn't schedule it. You'll have to forgive me, I'm checking emails. My bank's telling me they're going to be closed. And I hate to say it, I'm actually going to look at my own stream for a minute, just to make sure it's working. Appears to be. All right. Anyway, we're doing the outer portion of the shields. And I'm not going to waste any time. We're just going to get right to it. So we're going to need these 4 bad boys. Paperclip. Somewhat tortured paperclip. Can't seem to get my fingers through there today. I set the stream up a little bit different today. I'm still kind of getting the hang of this. Oh, I just dropped the magnet. We are going to need that. Anyway, I didn't know it. I can actually set it up through, set up OBS through the NVIDIA driver. I wonder if that may be what I've been struggling with. Kind of hoping maybe it works a little better today. We'll see. Uh-oh. You did not just freeze on me. I think it's working. Okay. So we're gonna need all 4 of these bad boys. We got switches. Trying not to get my greasy paws on them. There we go. All right. W. Ah, what's up, Pinner? How are you? Trying to crank this bad boy out. Might get to a little bear disassembly and sanding. Perhaps. If time allows. If not, I'll get to that this evening, for sure. Hope you're doing well today. Gigi will be home soon. Maybe a little background noise. Was that the right part? Yeah. But otherwise, we got the outer portion of these shields to do, and then the 4 arms for it. I don't know that the arms are actually kind of involved. I don't know if I'll get that far. And the last bit of the shields, where it has the little grappler extension, that looks a little involved too. There's quite a few small parts to that. And I struggle more with the small parts than the big parts in the sense of hanging on to them, and most of those are the ones that I drop, which delays things. We'll see how it goes. I did kind of a silly poll today. I have kicked around the idea of starting like maybe a shorts cooking channel. So I thought I'd throw that up there. See what everybody likes to eat. I wanted to add tofu to it and pork, but I only get 4 options. And truthfully, I just wanted to type something into the Interact OBS box to make sure it actually did work. And by your wave, I can tell that it did, which makes me happy. I don't know though if I'll get a lot of visitors today. There's a lot of people streaming right now. My feed is loaded up with all kinds of people who make good content at the moment. I hope so. I actually have kind of a case of the coffee jitters. Should probably ate a little bit more before I got on. Feel like I'm behind schedule today, though. We can eat later. So what are you playing today, Pinner? I assume you're playing some video games. You had mentioned that Nimbus game the other day. I might have to check that one out. And I might start adding a little gaming to the stream. I don't know. Kicking around the idea. It's another technical boundary I have yet to cross, but I don't think it's that hard. Just a matter of a little setup. Oh. The lady is home. And the dog is barking. It's an interesting little... Kind of hard to get in there. Yes, that is the dog. Also known as Karma. The little yappy you hear would be Minnie. And that would be the lady. We'll call her Gigi. As she can tame a savage beast. But I guess for the sake of the background noise, let me close the door. I had it open because it keeps it a little cooler in here. My PC works as like a space heater. Hi, lady. Dismantle RPG open world, Pinner says. I have not played an RPG in a long time. And that was kind of my go-to when I was younger. Like, it really was. I don't know if anybody remembers the Sega Game Gear. I had one of those, and that thing had some of the best RPGs on it. I played the crap out of them. I couldn't even tell you what a lot of them were. I mean, it was that long ago. I think I was in middle school at the time. Dating myself, but whatever. I feel like I'm being a little heavy-handed today. Kind of miss the RPG thing. That would be a fun thing to stream. Maybe that's how I can find time to get back into RPGs. I'll stream them. At least then I feel like I'm doing something reasonably productive. Trouble is when I sit down to game a lot of times, I go, I should be doing this. But I have a lot of side projects going on. I get all kinds of crazy ideas floating around my head. What kind of theme is Dismantle, Marcus? I mean, Pinner. That's interesting. Like, is it like a futuristic or modern day? Do tell. Although that's probably hard to do while you actually are playing and simultaneously paying attention to mutant zombie apocalypse. Oh, the best kind. The best kind. You get everything rolled into one there. You know, in the event of a zombie apocalypse, I hope we have mechs to fight them with. Yeah, really, the only thing you're missing there is vampires. Throw some of them and some werewolves in there. You've got it all covered. P111. Ooh, where's P1? It's funny how I kind of lose track of the runners after a minute. I've got so many of them out. There's P1. Is it kind of centered around resource management or more strategy, weapon type stuff? P11. P111. You're this big bad boy. I think I've clipped this already. I would like a new Castlevania. Yeah, didn't they do a new Castlevania not too long ago? I thought they had a new Castlevania. Well, and that's kind of Nintendo exclusive too, isn't it? Yep, all of that, he says. You know, it's funny, there's some exclusive Nintendo titles that I really, really miss playing. I was a huge Zelda fan, but alas, I have not played a lot of the newer iterations of Zelda just because I didn't get the new systems. I kind of turned into, as far as gaming goes, kind of a PlayStation fan. I don't know how that happened. I think it was just they had a few titles that I really wanted that weren't on the other platforms. Exactly, Konami. It's funny you said that, and you know what I immediately thought of? Metal Gear Solid. Well, in saying that I always kind of gravitated towards the PlayStation, Metal Gear Solid, and I hate to say it, Ace Combat. Not Konami, Bandai, but Ace Combat. None of the other platforms had a game like Ace Combat. I'm actually very tempted at some point to get Snake Eater. I'm kind of waiting for it to be out for a while and the price to drop on it, if ever. I wouldn't mind playing the new version of that. That was actually one of my favorite titles in the Metal Gear Solid title, games. Funny thing is I never played Metal Gear Solid on felt backwards on Nintendo. I tried to. Matter of fact, I remember renting it as a kid, and I rented it for like a week. Talked my dad into letting me keep it because I was able to get past like the first mission, but couldn't get any further in that. Although I was young enough that there was probably a lot of background stuff I didn't understand that I needed to do. You'll have to forgive the booms. Our microwave is actually up against the wall. That's up against the wall of my desk here. It's wall mounted, and they're thin walls. All right. Well, let's get this guy in here. I think we're ready. I don't see any gates that I missed. I feel like I missed one or two. So, this way. Like that. There we go. Easy enough. We'll repeat that 4 times. I was actually surprised how quick these went together last night. there was a couple little hang-up spots, and I realize now where I put them together that there was a couple gates I missed that I'll have to fix when I do my bit of backtracking. But it does go switch this way, yes. They actually did go together surprisingly fast. Wasn't a whole lot of small parts on them though. Seems like smaller parts take a little bit longer. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's because they're harder to hold on to. Oh, we need an M. What is M? M is yellow. I think it's that guy. I can't really see that. Is that upside down? It is. 15. Good times. It's weird how I found that just snap building model kits, especially the Gunpla because of all their mechanical intricacy, really is just like a strangely peaceful thing. Oh, I need 2 more of these. We'll get them in a minute. Let me get the gates. I feel like I've made good progress on this kit though. I usually don't build quite this fast. I think streaming it's actually kept me a little focused. It's so hard to hold on to. There's like a weird angle to the pegs. Maybe I'm trying to put it in the wrong place. I am. Trying to line it up with the wrong set of pegs. Operator error. And maybe it's also, maybe I'm just really enjoying this particular kit. It has been kind of like a book you can't put down for me. And I don't know if that's because I've just really wanted a 1/100 scale Dominator for a very long time. So I was really excited about it. Or if it's really just, it's a great design. But it has been fun. Bit of a challenge at times. And I think painting it is going to be a definite challenge. And when I look at the decal sheet, it almost makes me want to cry. It is a huge decal sheet. But it's been fun. I can't wait to see the end result, but it'll probably be a while before I get there. Though I don't want to go all crazy with this kit. I do kind of want to at least take it to the level that it deserves. What am I doing wrong here? This isn't the right part. P11 M5. Yeah, it is. Just looking at it wrong. It goes that way. Oh, up here. There we go. Surprised I didn't catch on to that one sooner. That was pretty obvious. Did anybody vote on the meat? Oh. We got chicken and tofu. Take it to the limit. It's gonna be hard for me not to. That's kind of just my nature in a weird way. Like, I start doing something and I go, oh, we can go a little further with this. And especially at this, like even when I'm streaming and I glance up at this, you know, I just start looking at these details and I'm like, even if you're putting an armor cap over this, how do you not paint some of that? I don't know that I'll base coat this color. Probably definitely going to do this color. And I think this color is definitely getting painted. And probably, oh, dropped it. This one. You know, those three lighter grays that don't have any like metal to them, I'm probably definitely going to spray those. But then I have a hard time leaving all those details. I really do. You know, I mean, I'm definitely painting the outer part, and I'm really, with this one, I'm gonna try to. I tried to do a lot of pre-shading with the Dynamez, and it sort of came out, but I went a little too heavy in certain places with the final coat, and it sort of went away. Gave it a nice facet look when the light hits it, but I didn't actually get the pre-shading I was after on this. This is much bigger, and I'm hoping the outer armor really comes out with that pre-shading I was after for that. Oh, this is exciting. We finally get kind of a idea of where we are size-wise with these things. Finally getting to the outer portion. A lot of gates. I might have to flip it to cut that one. Feel like I'm going to cut that off wrong. I would like to see that from a different angle. $12:20. I'm actually taking this stream till probably around 1:30, 2 o'clock today. And then I'll probably be back on tonight if I don't finish up. But I'm trying to set myself up tomorrow to where I really do. I want to start painting bear. I really, really want to get to that. But yeah, Pinner, it's going to be hard to not take it to the limit, truthfully. Especially the deeper I get in it. Like, I kind of started it going, oh, no, it's so cool. We don't have to paint all this. And the further I get into it, the more I go, oh, you can't leave that unpainted. Not with a kit like this. Oh, we got a new extra part. Put that over there in the pile. We're now up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 extra parts that should be on the runners. It's one reason I'm pushing the build. Is these do come out of the runners really nice and easy. And I've accumulated enough extra parts that it just makes me nervous not having them attached to something. They need to be with their friends. Truly. So I'm trying to get this frame together. Though, as it's coming together, I'm wondering where I'm going to put it once it is together. It doesn't fit in my glass case. I mean, I guess I could get it. It's too tall. I'd have to move a shelf. If I moved a shelf, then the other things that are in there wouldn't fit. I may just have to leave it on the desk and put something over it so it doesn't get dusty until I can get to the paint. Why am I out of focus? There we go. Sorry about that. I'm actually going to experiment with some of my setup here and see if I can fix that. I ran across a thread that gave me a couple ideas that I might be able to get that to actually function a little bit better with what I'm working with. But feel free to throw out and chat, hey, you're out of focus, buddy. We want to see that. And don't hesitate to tell me to zoom in on something. I don't mind pausing from the build to share something with you guys if you want to see it. Provided it doesn't require me moving this camera too much in position. Try not to jiggle that one. Cord's a little finicky. So somehow this little point right here, when I look ahead with the LED instructions, that is apparently, there's a proximity to something in this part that controls the lighting effects on this. And by moving the shields up and down, it changes what it does. What I understand. Really curious to see if I'm understanding that right, and that's actually how it works. We'll find out. We're not far. Although the last little bit of this does get real intense with the smaller grappling arm part. I think I've said that already, but it looks a little involved. I feel like it's one of those things that when I get there, I'm going to be staring at it going, it's so small, I don't know what I'm doing with it. What does that go to? Might strain the eyes a little bit. See, this color has a little metallic sheen to it. I can't decide if it's a coating or if it's, you know, like metal flake in the plastic itself. I don't think it's a coating. Maybe it is a coating. See something. Not the 5,000. There you go. See if we can take some of the shine off that. And if it looks like the rest. I don't think it's a coating. It's the plastic. So we're okay to file. I think we're looking at the back of this anyway. There's the other one. Yeah, that works better going up than down. One here. I have noticed where they put some of these gates, if you don't get rid of them, the parts will not sit together. Some of these are that way. I'll have to fix it when I take them apart. Man, I wish this thing would do this automatically. Capture card's coming. That'll fix that. I'd much rather have just a better webcam, but I think for what I have, it's... Oh. At this point, the capture card's a better route for me. And I think for what I'm trying to do, it's a little more versatile for me. Maybe with a little more setup work. Meat. Still 50-50. Alright. Running out of desk space. I actually have little globs of sticky tack everywhere from bits and pieces that I've used to hold the small parts when assembling. Sorry that's out of focus when I move my hand out of the way. It's not your vision, I promise. It does file well. I do like their plastic. It's easy to work with. Some of it seems a bit fragile. But I almost think that's the design and the way they layered it more than anything. More right there. I think that's it. Oh, no, we got one up here. I like it. I think we're really close to the point where we can put these together with their friends. We'll actually kind of get the idea of a full shield. And I'm hoping that leads us to seeing how the LEDs really work. At least for this part. I'm really wondering if there is, like, in fact, 3 different, like, effect settings. I think it does breathe and flash and, like, solid on. I think. I'm hoping we actually know in about 20 minutes. Unfortunately, I only have batteries. Well, I don't know. I might have batteries in 2 of them. One of them came on as I was building it, and I took the batteries out to shut it off, and I'm not sure how I turned it on. There's supposed to be magnetic switches, but I don't know if there's 4 of them or 1, and that 1 controls all of it. If so, I may be short magnets. Which those are easy enough to procure. In fact, I might have some that I can stack together and use in their place. All right. We need some S. Oh. Let's put these together. It helps get them off the desk. Let's go this way. We need to flip you. We need to flip you. Is that right? Or is it that way? It's that way. Ooh. That like got real solid when I did that. Real solid. Like this bit in here, that firmed that up. Really is a cool design. Hat is off to the engineering. It's funny, as I build Gunpla, it does kind of make me think of, like, you know, the facets you see in, say, car body panels, and how each little groove and change in angle probably lends a degree of strength to it. And as I build this, and I realize that when you connect one part to another, it all stiffens. It just makes me have much more respect for the overall mechanical design. I'm not that smart. And hats off to the guys that thought of this one. Let's do some red parts. 15 and 16. I've actually managed to cut a lot of these red parts out, and there literally be no gate attached to them left. I don't know if it's because it feels like it's a little bit of a softer plastic than the rest of everything. The reds and the yellow, they both seem a little bit more elasticy. Stupid camera. That's better. Had I got the next model of that camera, it would actually auto track. I dropped a part. I still have not found the part to the arm I've dropped. I have a feeling it's going to show up randomly somewhere, like completely on the other side of the room. In a box or something. Or it'll have been sitting on my desk the whole time and I just keep overlooking it. I thought about also setting a camera up for like a side angle. I don't know if you guys are like that. Maybe something that comes in from over here or over here. It's easy enough to crop that shot in video. I'm not sure how it applies to live though. Starts to get repetitive. Very repetitive. That's kind of where the fear of the decal sheet comes into play. You start putting the same armor lock decal on in 4 places, 4 times on 4 different shields. By the time you get to the 6th one, you're pulling your hair out, going clinically insane. I'm actually looking forward to it. That's those are those little things that you appreciate as a builder, because if you've done it, you kind of know what went into it. Some of the model airplanes I built when I was a kid. A few of those had quite a few decals. I guess maybe because I was younger, less patient. I had such a hard time with some of those. I remember I built a B-17. Should show you guys a picture of that one sometime. It was in like middle school. It turned out really nice. Oh, come here. But it had so many decals. And I ripped like half of them trying to put them on. What am I after here? I feel like I want the notch on the other side. Oh, it has to be you. It cannot not be you. Funny how the right one was like no big deal, but I struggle with the left. I don't feel like that's seated all the way. Guess so. But yeah, I really loved the model airplanes when I was a kid. Did a couple ships too. There's a lot more painting than assembling. And back then I had no idea what an airbrush was. I just used spray paints. Ah. Stop it, Butterfingers. Really? Let's try this way. There. That was a struggle. My struggle is real. Funny, that's actually something I probably will build here soon. Last couple times I have actually been at a hobby store. I've checked out some old World Wars going, you know, I haven't built one of those in a long time. My father always wanted an AC Cobra, like a real one, to build one. He was an aircraft mechanic. And he always talked about doing it. And as I got into modeling, I think at some point I am going to have to do an AC Cobra. Just as a tribute to him. It'll have to be blue, of course. And convertible. But I've thought about picking up one of those. Saw one the other day, in fact. And 7. I think we're going to at least get to the grappling hook. Claws. It's not a hook. Oh, I missed one. We've had some people pop in and about. I should check on the poll. Maybe they voted. All right, chicken's at 67%. Nobody likes beef, man. Cows aren't good anymore? What's going on? Or is it just that everybody's very health conscious? Kind of a fun poll. Glad I threw that one up there. What's going on here? Oh, because I'm watching YouTube instead of OBS. Yeah, I think if I did start a cooking channel, my first video is going to be one of my favorite dishes. Grilled peanut butter and jelly. Maybe I should have put that on as a protein option. Peanut butter is a protein option. I had to do a biography on the guy that actually invented peanut butter, a man by the name of George Washington Carver. He was I think he was a professor. He did all kinds of studies on the peanut. Yes, I know, it's useless information. That is so much easier to get to from this side. Camera went all focused on the mat instead of my hand. There we go. That's better. All right. Lots of stickers after this. We're not going to put them on. But like the next few parts after these, I'll get a sticker. The metallic stickers on this are actually quite nice. Is that a gate or is that, no, that's the part. No, there was more gates on this. There it is. Seven more to go. We're getting there. You're not wrong, Pinner. You're not wrong. I'm kind of going to have to take it to the limit. I don't think my brain will allow me to do anything else. I feel like there was one here. There it is. I can cut that. Probably clean my file. Got a little plastic in it. What was that? Here. That's better. After so much dust, it just turns into ball bearings. Little micro ball bearings. think we're going to get there. It's actually moving faster than I thought. Be rad if I actually got far enough to get the little claw mechanism done. I mean, I think we'll get the vast majority of the shield assembled. I just don't know about the claw mechanism. But I think by tonight's stream, I'll have this frame wrapped up. Reality of it is when I go back and I look at all the streams, because I've done every bit of this one on stream. I think at a rough guess, there's about 20-30 hours in just building the frame. Which is impressive. As far as, that's a big kit. Is this backwards? It is backwards. I'm retarded. Oh, man. That's why that doesn't feel right. Oh, that's much better. Yeah, I felt like I was grinding. That's good. 2 more. Next few parts after this are all pretty tiny, I think. That's good. Can't tell if that's a gate or not. Ink. I don't know if I got that on all the other parts. I may have to go back and check. Like, it's one of those jams that kind of makes me want to turn on my spray booth and get out my airbrush. Zone out. Thought about trying to see if I actually could spray on stream, but I think it would just be too involved, and I'm afraid of spraying a camera. Makes me nervous. Alright, let's see how these go together. I feel like I did skip a gate right here on a lot of these parts. Hopefully I remember to check that before I stick them somewhere where they're not going to separate. I think, pretty sure you just go right here. No, I'm not doing something right there. Let's lay them out. I'm not just picking randomly through it. When I was doing these last night, oh, it was an act of, what am I doing? Same part over and over and over again on the wrong side. All right, that'll help. So start with one of these. Since they did. Here. There we go. do need to make sure I get that gate off of there. Let's check that. Yeah, that would have been bad. I'd have locked those in there, and I bet you it wouldn't have sat right. So glad I noticed that before doing it. That's what I did with the back of those. Now I gotta fix them all. Got that one. Better. Better. Okay. Actually, I'm really glad I caught that. This... Well, actually, I don't guess this part will be that bad to take apart. You can get it started right here. Here. Push it with a stick. Man. That gets real rigid. And that first one lined up's a little tricksy, but... And I do think you have to go from this side down when you're pushing it in. I don't think it'd go if you tried to do it from, like, the center, or... I think you definitely got to put these two bigger pegs in first. For sure. What do we got for proteins? People have popped in and out. I gotta look. Huh? Nothing's changed. I like how this hole passes through. It makes me wonder if that's for something functional. Be cool if you put the armor on and you could see the green through it. Missed one. What am I doing? 1 o'clock? I think I can go for another half hour or so. Then I'll have to go tend to some real life until I can come back tonight. Man, they're big. I have a feeling when these are fully together, they're going to be bigger than Zosabi's shields. Well, Zosabi's shield. Though I haven't built that kit yet. I actually have it in my backlog. I kind of want to get better at painting before doing that. Elle, where are you? Here you are. Three and 16. Might as well guys do them all. Try not to mix them up though. I'm bad about doing that, and then I gotta sort it all out. Okay, they're gonna put all the 3s on this side, and we'll put all the 16s over there. We'll get there. Where's the other white runner? Oh no. There you are. He slid off his table. My avatar freeze? No. I'm just blocking it with the runner. I didn't fall asleep, I swear. Just blocking the camera. Boy, that could be taken in so many different ways. There's more of those. Come here. Gentle. All right. Let's make sure I got them all. Didn't mix them up. I'm running out of room. And I have like a big desk. Just tells you how big this kit is. What am I doing? All right. If anything's going to be a problem, it's probably going to be that. Although there's a part of me that... I'm looking at this, wondering if I just cut off a peg I wasn't supposed to cut off. I don't think so. Hope not. That's all right. That one needs it. direction am I supposed to be here? This way? Ooh, that's gonna be tricksy. I don't know if that's right. Am I missing something? I don't think I skipped anything. It's definitely that side. Oh, I see. Goes more to the inside. All right. We got pipes. It is going to look so good with just like, you know, little buckles and things like that. You know, just a little drop of paint on them. Make them stand out a little bit more. Oh, missed one. Like, I don't know if you can see it. I'll zoom in. There we go. But this little, like, these little details, when I paint those, it's just gonna give it that extra. Uh-oh. At least it wasn't on the ground. What am I doing? Oh no, I got a runner stuck on a wire. There we go. We want all of these. Shoot, move you over. Oh. I feel like that touched my leg when it fell. There it is. I was afraid it went in my shoe. I think the arm part I'm missing may actually be in a pair of my Chuck Taylors. Uh-oh. And I've I've dropped another one somewhere. Oh, it's right here. We did lose one of these. We want that. Which one was that? That's that. Let's try to keep them together. Let's go over here. These actually have a foil sticker that go on them. I bet you it's a little chrome band. This yellow I probably will paint. I just think it needs it. The yellow and red's definitely getting painted. I think you guys are you. Does it matter? Yeah, they were numbered different. It has to matter. Oh, here we go. If I can do this without dropping at least one. It does have an angle on it. I'm kind of like there's an instinct I'm having where I want to file that flat, but I think it's supposed to have that slight bevel that it has. Almost there. I can put them on. Oh, that's not right. I can tell. I don't like holding these with tweezers because the tweezers will pop. You know what? I got an idea. Let's try this. Give the tweezers a little stick. I don't know if it'll work. Maybe that'll help from keeping them popping out on me. Yeah, that works nice. dropping. Whip. Oh, don't do that. Oh, lost the webcam. Let me change the battery. 2 shakes. My apologies. I forgot to set the timer up. I could have paused. And we're back. Can't wait for the adapter to get here. That's what I get for using archaic technology. Now, where were we? I will be excited to actually get these components here joined together, just so they're not taking up quite so much of the desk. Oh, wrong side. This is usually where I lose them. Let me get this out of the way. Do that. Move. There we go. I feel like I just picked up the same one. That one I almost dropped. Ah, I did it again. That will prevent that. Why I didn't do that 6 parts ago. Those. I think we got a little gold trim to put on, and then I think we can put these two together. What's that? They're all excited. I thought that might have been my missing arm part. Why 16 and 15? Why? Oh, it's not gold, it's gray. Oh, kind of metallic gray. These 4 little guys. Oh. That little part I was showing you guys earlier that I thought I should paint, I think this covers that. Maybe I don't have to paint it. Might paint this. I feel like I'm cutting too much. These have gates. They do. Oh, that's tough. That is tough. Okay. Oh, they're so tiny. So tiny. So close. All right. Oh, I gotta get the looper out to see this. I feel so silly doing this. I don't know if glasses would help me in this instance, though. I mean, it's that small. You go that way. You go that way. Yeah, and that's not that it's blurry necessarily. It's just that it's small print. I'm gonna have to do this with the stick. I don't think I'm gonna hold those at all very well. We're gonna do the magic sticky stick. Okay. Cool. That's not so bad. Might be the wrong side. It is. I seem to keep wanting to grab the wrong one. Ah! Might have to do all of the other side just to figure it out. Alright, let's do this. We'll do it by process of elimination. Since I'm apparently a dunce. Ah, this is this one. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Maybe if I turn the big part, it'll make sense. There we go. We will get this. I swear I picked these parts up and tried to put them on this side several times. Have an extra one. I must have missed one. Yeah, that works so much better with the sticky tack. I wish I would have thought about that before losing the arm piece. Huh. Why am I not seeing it? There it is. Pretty nice separation there. Okay, we can turn the page. Yeah, we're gonna get at least through this part, and then I'll probably call it here. That's 4 more parts to cut, and then joining. I kind of want to have them together, really do. I think we can go for another 15, maybe 20. T1, these are gonna be green, I think. Nope, that's T2. T1 is clear. All of them. I'm going to do my best not to mix these up this time. Not making any promises. I'm actually going to keep that runner. That may come in handy. I'd like to put LEDs at least in the eyes of Bear Guy. That may come in handy for that. Really might. Oh, don't drop the clears. I'm not filing a notch off, am I? Definitely a gate. We're almost there. Oh, I skipped B. I skipped a step. We'll backtrack as soon as I finish grinding these nubs. Yeah, I totally passed over a step. I'll have to move these out of the way for a moment. Go back to that. After I do that step I skipped though, there's like seriously one part left. And then I think it's onto the grappling hook and the shield arms. I'm gonna keep these. I just feel like they're gonna fit in his eyeballs really well. Move these here. Move these here. Sorry if the desk is a little blurry. I'm trying to keep this range in focus. Yeah. B5 and W2. I think this part moves. I think this is one of the expandable portions. That's funny. I smacked my mic and I think the dog heard it and barked at the door. Oh. Yay, I can finally use... So this was the one part that was actually floating around one of the bags when I first unboxed everything. Since then I've accumulated more, but... it has been haunting me. Going, you know I go somewhere. Alright, let me check these for gates. File that. Ain't no way around it. Quit sticking. Ah. I don't know. They actually trimmed off pretty nice. I better hit it. Just don't like filing on these. It takes the coating off. Especially when you hold your file backwards. W26. Do I need 5 too? Just 6. I guess just 6. I might as well do the 1 while we're at it. This one's 1. Oh, that's W11. Not this runner. I feel like 5's supposed to be involved in this. I melted down everything that's left of these runners, and I'd almost have enough to print a new model kit. Oh, stop. Don't fall. Come here. Oh, I gotta move that thing. That keeps getting stuck. Missing a W2 runner. Oh. Is it you? He's not where he's supposed to be. All right. Last couple steps, and then we'll wrap this one up. Come back this evening. I feel like I'm going backwards here. Looks like it's like that. Yeah, that's right. I feel like it goes more. There we go. Ooh, that's going to be tough to take apart later. You might just be staying where you are. Or you're just going to get hand painted in place. Good fit. All right. It's going to be better to maybe go this way. Nice. Oh, which way do you move? That way. Oh, and it locks. That's actually kind of tricky. Couldn't get my thumb in there. This is going to be incredibly hard to take apart when I paint. I have a feeling there's going to be so much of this I'll regret. That honestly, I probably won't take that apart. I'll probably struggle with hand painting that one. Oh, no. All right, last part, and we'll put them together and call it good for now. We got to do it 4 times, but we're at that spot. Where's my other W1? Oh, they're all here. Almost thought that was an empty runner. Still gonna have those parts. think that's it. I really do think that looks like it. All right, let's get these gated real quick, and I'll zoom out when I put this together because I think it'll just be a better angle. Oh, don't drop. I'll get that one later. That one was squeaky. Oh, missed part of that. All right. Let me zoom out for this one. What are they showing me with the wire? There we go. I was thinking about building Lego Optimus Prime here soon. Would anybody be into that? Oh, I skipped those. We got to put these guys in. That's okay. That's not going to be that difficult to do. One. We're so close. We're so close. Strong finish. Oh, hey, don't get stuck. Oh no. Getting a little heavy-handed. Stop it. All right. What is this telling me? There's a warning here. I hate to see what it's saying this way, but something about the wire. Hopefully that will make sense as I do this. I think they're just telling me to keep it out of the way. Oh, I see what they're saying. I think they're just telling you to make sure it's closed when you go to put it together. Focus, camera. Why are you not fit? What am I doing wrong? Oh, I was supposed to do something with this switch too. Hold on. It does tell you about the switch position. Note that it is off. And it is off. There we go. Is that as close as it seats? Yeah, I don't think it seats all the way. It's not supposed to. All right, we'll come back to that step. I don't feel like that's actually sitting where it's supposed to. Is it supposed to go all the way together? I may have to go back and investigate that one later. Well, see, now that one fit together different than the others. Yeah, I'm definitely not doing something right. But we are at least to a good stopping point that I can figure out what I'm doing wrong here, remedy it before tonight's stream, and we can keep going. Anyway, for now, unfortunately, I promised I would be somewhere in just a little bit, and now I must leave. Anyway, if you tuned in, thank you. If you haven't subscribed yet and you've stopped in, I would love it if you would subscribe. It always helps. And I'll try to be back sometime this evening. Maybe around 8, 9 general time. Anyway. Thank you for watching if you've tuned in. Pinner, if you're here, as always, thank you for watching. You're like my biggest fan, and I appreciate that. On that note, You guys have a wonderful evening or wonderful afternoon, and I'm not even going to give you the dumpster fire today.